These are not children living in some faraway place. This is happening to our own children in our own backyard. Traffickers are putting children up for sale, crushing their hope, their self-esteem, and their future. They're never the same after being exploited. Our most important job is to rescue those children. That's why we've conducted an extensive one-week operation to target child sex traffickers. This happened in 135 cities across 53 FBI field offices with the help of local, state, and federal partners like the Denver Police Department, the Aurora Police, the Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office, and the Colorado State Patrol. That's just to name a few of the 40 agencies in Colorado and Wyoming that assisted by augmenting the task force with more than 200 law enforcement officers that took part during the last week. Here are the results. The operation recovered 20 children and provided them with food, clothing, shelter, medical assistance, and counseling. We arrested 7 traffickers and 40 people or Johns who were paying them for sex. Across the country, the operation rescued 149 children, the youngest being 12 years old. Nationally, 153 traffickers were arrested. The Denver Division ranked first in the country for the second year in a row, I might add, for the number of children rescued. These are kids who should be thinking about their future, but when they don't feel safe at home, they fight with their parents, they struggle at school or use drugs, they may run away from home. In fact, the average age that someone gets into the sex trade is age 12 to 14. Once they're in, statistics show they rarely get out. Traffickers can make $100,000 per year on each child. The pimps coerce, beat, threaten these children to stay in the sex trade. These children do not know how to escape. While we recovered 20 children last week alone, it's estimated as many as 2,000 from Colorado and Wyoming are exploited every year. One 14-year-old we recovered last week is Becky. Becky ran away from home. She ended up being trafficked for sex on Colfax by a pimp who was a Crip gang member. She didn't want to do it. She was ashamed about the things she was forced to do while homeless. Today, she is reconciled with her family as in a treatment program. The task force also recovered Rachel, a 13-year-old, who said she had been beaten up every day, exploited online, and forced to work the streets. Thanks to law enforcement professionals from our community, Rachel is safe in a treatment center today. The traffickers in both cases were charged with felonies and misdemeanors. While this was a concerted effort for 1 week, the Rocky Mountain Innocence Lost Task Force has fought this problem since being formed 3 years ago. In fact, during the operation, the task force also interviewed an additional 5 children who admitted they had been trafficked. These 5 had already been removed from harm's way by local police. Since the beginning of the national initiative in 2003, teams from around the country have recovered more than 4,500 children from exploitation and arrested and convicted more than 2,500 traffickers. We're not playing around here. If you're caught trafficking our children, we will work with prosecutors to do everything we can to put you behind bars forever and take away your freedom. Thanks to our many local, state, and federal partners for the collaborative efforts last week, many children now have a better chance at a fair life. And thanks to our local and state prosecutors, many traffickers now face serious charges.